God said to Moses, tell the people. God said to Moses, tell the world the right way to act, the kind way to give, the right way to think about how to live, and you shall be holy, for I am holy. You shall be holy, I am your God. You shall be holy, for I am holy. You shall be holy, I am your God.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We begin our service on page 125. Where has this week vanished? Is it lost forever? Will I ever recover anything from it? The joy of life, the unexpected victory, the realized hope, the task accomplished? Will I ever be able to banish the memory of pain, the sting of defeat, the heaviness of boredom? On this day, let me keep for a while what must drift away. On this day, let me be free of the burdens that must return. On this day, Shabbat abide. Help me to withdraw for a while from the flight of time. Contain the retreat of the hours and days from the grasp of frantic life. Let me learn to pause, if only for this day. Let me find peace on this day. Let me enter into a quiet world this day. On this day, Shabbat abide.
We continue on the previous page. We enter the sanctuary to welcome Shabbat. Within these walls, we sit surrounded by numberless generations. Our ancestors built the synagogue as a visible sign of God's presence in their midst. Throughout our long history and our endless wanderings, it has endured a beacon of truth, love, and justice for all humanity. Its presence guided our ancestors to lives of righteousness, holding up to them a vision of their truest selves. Now we, in our turn, come into the sanctuary to affirm the sacredness of our lives. May we enter this place in peace. May holiness wrap around us as we cross its threshold. Weariness, doubt, the flaws within our human hearts, the harshness of the weak, let these drop away at the door. In the brightness of Shabbat, let peace settle upon us as we lift our hearts in prayer. We invite our moms to come and light the Shabbat candles with us. We're on page 120.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled lights, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter the sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של שבת.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Amen. Shabbat shalom.
On page 123, the sweet Kiddush wine reminds us of the sweetness of Shabbat, this confirmation service, and of celebratory moments like this. I invite you to please stand if you're able as we join together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hakafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho באהבה וברצון הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה בראשית כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים קיוונו בחרת אותנו קידשת מכל העמים ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת אמן. לחיים.
Before we continue, and while we're still standing, just take a moment to reach out to those nearby and wish your neighbors a Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Are there?
Can one of you just read this, and then you can go back to your seat, because we've got to do this before.
Okay, so I'll just do that.
Yeah, just okay?
And then we.
You know what? You can say, my name is Leihana, my name is Lisa Williams, so you can just read it, okay? And then you go back and sit down.
Okay. Do we take these with us? No.
Yeah, take Bill. Take your prayer books with you. You can be seated.
I know.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
My name is Leah.
My name is Alyssa.
Welcome to our Shabbat service of confirmation. This service marks the conclusion of our Torah school learning, which we celebrate with this special ritual. In addition to the regular Shabbat liturgy, we will chant verses from this week's Torah portion, and we will offer personal reflections of our confirmation class experience. Thank you for being here to share this special service with us, and thank you for all your love and support throughout the years.
How good and pleasant it is when we come together to be together. Hine Ma Tov, page 128.
Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
On page 131, Shir Ladonai, Shir Chadash, we sing a new song unto God.
שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני שיר חדש. שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני שיר חדש. Sing unto God, all the earth, a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God, and we'll all sing along. All the earth, a new song unto God. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. I will sing unto God a new song.
On pages 138 and 139, we welcome the Sabbath bride into our midst with this 16th century poem called Lecha Dodi. We'll sing together verses 1, 2, and 5, and at verse 9 we'll stand and greet the Sabbath bride at the door. Page 138.
Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשב לצילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קום מאורי, אורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כבר עלי עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואו ושלום עטרת בעל וצלם, Boy, Dodi, Enesh, Bella, Dodi, Likrat Kala, Enesh Shabbat, Nekabella.
We continue with Chatzi Kaddish on page 144.
יתקדל ויתקדש שמך אבא וילמד יברכותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב וימרו אמן יהי שמרה במבורך לעולם עולם מעלמיה יתברך וישתבח וידבר מתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה וימרו אמן Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. ברכו את אדוני המבורך ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד המבורך לעולם ועד ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
We continue in the middle of page 149. This is an hour of change. Within it, we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai, Amariv Aravim. We continue on page 151.
As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated. We are on page 154.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך. ושינתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We continue on page 159.
Sing the song of men and women, join in understanding and respect. The song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more. The song of a world redeemed, the song of peace.
Yalla lay lay la la lay yalla lay 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 yalla lay 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 yalla lay 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 yalla lay lay la lay lay yalla lay 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 yay lay 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 mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh norat tehilot Osefele, Osefele, Malchutcha ra'u vanecha, Bokei hayam livnei Moshe, Malchutcha ra'u vanecha, Bokei hayam livnei Moshe u'Miriam, Yalla lay lay la la lay, Yalla lay lay lay. Yalla lay lay la la lay, yalla lay lay lay, yalla lay lay la la lay, yalla lay lay lay, yay lay 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 lay. Zezeli anu ve'ameru Adonai yimloch leolam leolam va'ed. Yalla lay la 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 lay, yalla lay lay lay, yalla lay la 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 lay, yalla lay lay lay, yalla lay lay la la lay, yalla lay lay lay, yay lay 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 lay. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני. יאללה לילה לה 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 יאללה לילה לה יאללה לילה לה 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 יאללה לילה לה יאללה לילה לה 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 יאללה לילה לה גאל ישראל.
We continue with our Hashki Veno nighttime prayer on the back of our service booklet.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך. Amen. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us daily wrong from right. Amen. 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 Amen, amen, amen. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. ועל ירושלים ועל כל עמו, ועל ירושלים שלום. ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. We continue with Vishamru, page 162. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Every word of one's prayer should be like a rose that is picked from a bush. One gathers rose upon rose until a bouquet is formed and can be offered to God as a beautiful blessing. We continue with the tefillah on page 164. We will chant the first three blessings together. Afterwards, please pray silently the blessings from our tradition through page 181, or turn inward and offer your own personal prayer from the heart. Please stand if you are able and remain standing until your own personal and silent prayer is complete. After that, then please be seated. We continue on page 164.
Adonai sefetai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai sefetai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Ha'gibor ve'Hanoah, El Elyon, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות ואמהות ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה, אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Please pray silently. You may be seated after your silent prayer is complete.
שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום. כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. ברוך אתה אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
Take a moment now to offer a prayer for healing. We should bear up for a while. You find the words in the middle of page 371 if you need them. Before we sing together our prayer for healing, if you'd like to stand or get my attention and share the name or names of those for whom you are praying this Shabbat, I invite you to do so now.
beracha leimoteinu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi shemeirach imoteinu mekor haberacha lavoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim. Blessed are you, God, whose healing presence is with all of those in need. Amen. In just a moment, we are going to continue with Seder Kiryat HaTorah, our service for the reading of Torah, and we'll actually be in the little confirmation service booklet if you want to see the order of service in the next little bit for our service. As I've said at our B'nai Mitzvah every year, we talk about the Czech Torah that we use, this Torah that was rescued from the town of České Budějovice during World War II, this Torah that made it to first the Prague Synagogue during World War II, afterwards was taken to the Westminster Synagogue in London, where it and 1,500 other scrolls were housed until they were lent on permanent loan to synagogues throughout North America and the world, including the scroll that we will use this evening. What I always like to say about this scroll is that we only use it for really two purposes: for B'nai Mitzvah, when someone in the 13th year, when they become bar bat mitzvah, and at this confirmation service. And we like to keep the Torah reserved for these particular moments because it's when our youth and our future hold Torah in their hands and when they represent the best and the brightest of what the future holds for us. We know that future generations were lost and perished during the Holocaust. However, when we take this Torah, we are reminded that Am Yisrael Chai, that the Jewish people still live, and that this resilience, this renaissance of Jewish life in North America throughout the world is bright and alive and very present today, especially when our young people become B'nai Mitzvah, confirmed, take Torah in their arms, and affirm their place within the Jewish community. We continue on page 364. Page 364, please stand if you are able. שערים ראשיכם והינשאו פתחי עולם ויבוא מלך הכבוד. מיהו זה מלך הכבוד? אדוני צבאות ומלך הכבוד. תורה, כי מציון תצא תורה, ודבר אדוני מירושלים. ברוך שנתן תורה תורה, ברוך שנתן תורה תורה. O ישראל בקדושתו, שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד, אחד אלוהינו, גדול אדוננו, גדול. איתי ונרוממה שמו יחדיו, יבורא והאות, ככל בשמיים ובארץ, ככל בשמיים ובארץ. לך אדוני הממלכה, ואני נעשה לכל ראש. ליצרה אורה תורה, הללויה, אורה תורה, הללויה, תורה אורה, אורה, הללויה, אורה, אורה, צרה, צרה, אורה, אורה, תורה, אורה, תורה, הללויה, תורה, תורה, הללויה.
Please be seated. So oftentimes at the confirmation service, we'll read from the Ten Commandments. However, tonight we're going to read right from the portion that falls at Shabbat, the double parsha of Bahar Bechukotai, the last two portions in the book of Leviticus, which comes as a double portion. And I think it makes a lot of sense to share this for a couple of reasons. One is it's very practical. Oftentimes, to have just the two of them read a whole lot more Torah, it might have been a little bit overwhelming because there's a lot more verses in the Ten Commandments. But also, in many ways, these 5 verses that Leah and Alyssa are going to share in some ways summarizes what we have in the 10 Commandments. The first 3 verses speak about Shabbat and not making idols, about making time sacred and making the way that we pray sacred. And then the rest of it, chapters 3, 4, and 5, talk simply about when we observe our commandments, God will grant our rains in the season and will make good things happen. It's this idea that by living by the commandments, by being attuned and attentive to the rituals and the ethics in our lives, that we become better people, we are more successful in our endeavors, and that we are able to eat our fill and enjoy all that this earth has to offer. So Leah and Alyssa will be chanting. You can follow along on the Torah text and translation sheet. And then after the 2 of them read their verses, we're going to go to the very end of the book of Leviticus. I'm going to chant the last verse so we can say Chazak, the traditional blessing we say upon completing a book of Torah. Touch the Torah? Okay. Yeah, where is it? Where's it again? Let's see. Let's see. Hello, Takimu. Okay, right? Okay, touch Talit there. Kiss. Talit. Talit, yeah. Okay, kiss. Do the blessing. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Hamim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Lo ta'asu lachem elilim ufesel u'matzeva lo takimu lachem ve'even maskid lo titnu bartechem lehishachavot aleha ki ani Adonai Elohechem et shabtotai tishmoru u'mikdashi tira'u ani Adonai.
Im b'chuchotai telechu, ve'et mitzvotai tishmeru, v'asitem otam. V'natati gishmechem b'itam, v'natna ha'aretz yevula, ve'etz hasadeh yitain piryo. V'hisik lechem daish et batzir, uvatzir yasig et zara, v'achaltem lachmechem lasova, v'yishavtem lavetach ba'artechem.
Roll a little bit further here for a second. Ela hamitzvot asher atziva Adonai et Moshe el bnei Yisrael behar Sinai. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek.
You shall not make idols for yourselves, or set up for yourselves carved images or pillars, or place figured stones in your land to worship upon. For I, the Lord, am your God. You shall keep my Sabbaths and venerate my sanctuary, mine, the Lord's.
If you follow my laws and faithfully observe my commandments, I will grant your rains in their season, so that the earth shall yield its produce, and the trees of the field their fruit. Your threshing shall overtake the vintage, and your vintage shall overtake the sowing. You shall eat your fill of bread and dwell securely in your land.
And these are the commandments which God commanded to Moses and to the children of Israel on Mount Sinai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. I invite you to please stand if you are able and turn to page 370. As I lift the Torah, you'll be able to see the break between the book of Leviticus and the book of Numbers.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. וזאת התורה, וזאת התורה, וזאת התורה אשר שם משה, וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לבני בני ישראל, לבני בני ישראל. וזאת התורה, 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 וזאת התורה.
Page 374. Yahalalu et Shem Adonai ki nisgav shemo levado. Let us praise the name of Adonai, for God's name alone is exalted.
הודו על ארץ ושמיים וירם עמו תהילה לכל חסידיו לבני ישראל עם קרובו. הללויה, hallelujah.
At the bottom of page 375, we pray responsively, joining together for the last two lines. When Torah entered the world, freedom entered it. The whole Torah exists only to establish peace.
Its highest teaching is love and kindness. What is hateful to you, do not do to any person.
That is the whole Torah, the rest is commentary. Go and learn it. Those who study Torah are the true guardians of civilization.
Honoring one another, doing acts of kindness, and making peace. These are our highest duties. But the study of Torah is equal to them all, because it leads to them all.
Let us learn in order to teach. Let us learn in order to do.
עץ חיים היא למחזיקים בה ותומכיה מאושר דרכיה דרכי נועם וכל נתיבותיה שלום. השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה חדש חדש ימינו חדש ימינו כקדם.
For those who come to this service every year, one of the things that you tell me afterwards, and which I think that you tell the confirmands as well, is just how extraordinary you felt that their reflections were. One of the ways that we have our students teach us is by reflecting on what this moment of confirmation means, what these past years of study have meant, and even sometimes what the future may hold. So I'm very pleased to invite Leah and then Alyssa to share reflections about this confirmation year and their experience. Leah.
To me, being confirmed means the start of my journey to learning what it means to be a Jew, along with the history and helping to create a better future for everyone. Confirmation is important to me because it allows me to have a deeper understanding of what Judaism really is and delve into its history. It has also helped my personal life, though. Every day I walked into confirmation, I felt like I had a family I could learn and laugh with. I felt needed in my community, which for me is important, because to be connected with our community is just one way we can have some peace within ourselves. For example, when I walk through temple, I see familiar faces and have the ability to talk with amazing people. There's nothing more I could want in the world. It's not just the people that make confirmation special. It's about the values and traditions we learn. We have a chance to learn about what Jews have gone through and the many hardships we still face today. To me, I believe that this will be useful knowledge as I continue to grow as a Jew in this world where there is still so much hate. I have learned in confirmation how to handle some of these situations in terms of prejudice and overall ignorance. My time in confirmation has also brought light to many problems we face in the world today, helping open my eyes to what's truly happening within our community. If there is any lesson that I have taken away from confirmation, though, it would be to not judge others by their appearances and accept others for who they are, the good and the bad. I remember doing an activity a while back with my peers, where we looked at pictures of people and we stereotyped them based solely on their looks or clothing. While the activity in the moment was fun, I came away with the knowledge that as humans, we judge without thinking. We stereotype based on nothing, but with the small amount of knowledge we have about something, without knowing the facts. This took a toll on me as I realized I didn't want to be that kind of person who judges basically solely on looks or anything like that. I want to be the kind of person who genuinely tries to understand people, not for their looks, but for what's inside their minds and their hearts. That's the kind of Jew I want to be. To me, being Jewish isn't about constantly remembering holidays or pray every time I have an issue. It's about learning to respect others for who they are and accept them even with their faults. From the time I was little, I took pride in my religion. I was proud to be a Jew. And the older I get, the more I realize it's not just about the traditions I've gone through that are what make me Jewish. I grew up around amazing friends and family who just so happened to be Jewish, and it became a normal thing for me to say, I'm Jewish. In the years to come, I will always remember to embrace being Jewish, regardless of all the ignorance in the world, by keeping the memories and knowledge that I've learned throughout all my years here at Temple close to my heart. Not that I could ever forget in the first place. This is basically my second home. But with that being said, thank you all so much for supporting me through my journey here at Temple Bethel.
I can't believe it has been 5 years since I first joined this temple and was welcomed into this warm and loving community. Since then, I have bonded with and made many new friends, read enchanted Torah with my classmates, and have sung in the teen choir. I have also had the opportunity to fully study and understand my religion and its background. Now, looking back, I know that I will use what being a part of the Jewish community has taught me, to be kind, to respect others, and to love and be grateful for the people around me. Since I can remember, being Jewish has always played such an important role in my life. I always loved going to Torah school when I was in elementary school and had so much fun attending Jewish summer camps. When I first moved here, I was scared that I wouldn't be able to adjust to the new environment and to the people around me. However, as soon as I was introduced to my classmates, Cantor, Rabbi, and so many others, I felt right at home. So, I've created so many memories here at Temple that I could never forget. So, to me, being confirmed means more than just having completed my religious studies. For me, it signifies moving into the adult world of the Jewish community and learning how to continue carrying on with my religion no matter where I am. For me, being Jewish isn't just about being my religion. It means being kind and putting others before myself, to be selfless and genuinely care about others. I have tried to do as many kind acts as possible, from helping to hand out food to the homeless to helping my friends with challenges they're facing. I love how such a small act of kindness can make a person's entire day. Being a part of this community has taught me to be myself and has made me feel whole, not just as a Jew, but as a person. This year in confirmation class, we have been mainly studying the Holocaust, along with prejudice and stereotypes. We have discussed serious topics and issues that occurred in the concentration camps and during World War II, along with how we felt about it. This lesson has influenced me the most because I have learned that the Jewish people have both inner and outer strength. This can specifically relate to today's issues. There has been a lot of anti-Semitism lately and discrimination against people because of their religion or race. However, I know that we will continue to show resiliency and courage through all of it, just like how people did during the Holocaust. I am proud of my religion, and I know that I will stand up and fight against anything that has to do with the hate crimes and discrimination that we are facing today. Although we mainly focused on prejudice, anti-Semitism, and the Holocaust this year in confirmation, I still gained a lot of insight and got a deeper meaning and understanding of my religion's history in previous years as well. This helped me come to the realization that as I enter the adult world of Judaism, I will continue to dig deeper to get a better perspective of who I am. I someday hope to have the opportunity to travel to Israel and see the Western Wall, the old city of Jerusalem, and so much more, so that I can further connect to my heritage. By doing all these things, I will forever maintain my link with the Jewish people, past, present, and future.
Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you, Leah. Now, I heard you say, Alyssa, a few times that now that you are an adult in the Jewish community, and we usually say that at bat mitzvah, right, or bar mitzvah, that you're an adult now, but I think that one of the reasons why we continue through this confirmation year is so that you can actually see how these 13-year-olds really develop their thoughts and their ideas and can really present themselves, I think, more realistically as young adults at this age. So thank you, both of you, for beautiful reflections and for all the gifts that you've given us over these years. I know that all of your teachers up until the confirmation department, and especially Cantor Davidson, myself, and Debbie, who have been your teachers for these last 3 years, we're so grateful to have you in our class. And I know that your classmates who are a little younger than you, that you've been a role model for, and those in previous years that who were a little older than you, to whom you looked up. It's great to kind of see this cycle all come together. So a couple of words for you now. Taking care of one's body, mind, and soul is vital to ensuring that we are able to function. That is why our morning service includes blessings to recite each morning upon awakening to a new day, that thank God for restoring our bodies, our minds, and our souls. For me, study, a meditation practice, and regular exercise keep me functioning well. In addition, and this is something you likely don't know about me, I visit a chiropractor once a month. Now, when I began treatment 12, 13 years ago, I thought she would just crack my back, twist my neck, and I'd be done. However, Shannon is a magician. She loosens tendons, softens muscles, and releases pressure from places I didn't even realize were pressured. Once a month, she brings me into alignment. Boy, am I going to miss her treatments. Alignment is a key feature of Jewish life. The first portion of our double portion tonight speaks to alignment, not of our bodies, but of time and ethics. We work hard during the week, we rest on Shabbat, and our rest on Shabbat helps get us back into alignment. We work for 6 years. We cultivate the land for 6 years. We serve a master for 6 years. In the 7th year, we let the land lay fallow, We release our indentured servants. We forgive debts. The sabbatical year, in Hebrew called Shemitah, helps realign the land and the people. The Yovel, Jubilee year, occurs once every 50 years and returns land to its original owners. It helps bring society into alignment by narrowing the gap between the rich and the poor. Shabbat, sabbatical, Jubilee, as well as our holidays demonstrate how sacred time can align with our sacred Jewish values. The Confirmation Department, our 8th through 10th grade program, endeavors to put ideas, values, and practices into alignment. We just completed the second of a new 3-year curricular cycle. Over 3 years, our students will study Jewish identity and how we view the world through a Jewish lens. They will learn about prejudice, anti-Semitism, and the Holocaust, as we did this past year, and they will explore Israel, its land, and its people. For the past 3 years, Alyssa and Leah have been coming to Temple Bethel on Sunday afternoons for an alignment. Our confirmation department has been a place to learn, grow, share, laugh, think, even cry. It's a safe place, a respite from all the demands our students face week in and week out. If our Shabbat from Friday night through Saturday marks sacred time, then the confirmation classes serve as a quasi-Shabbat for our students. This year, as you see, the 10th grade class is very small. Now, when I broached the idea of waiting one more year to combine with next year's larger class, I heard a resounding no. Nevertheless, the quality, depth, and character of Alyssa and Leah more than makes up for the lack of numbers. Alyssa and Leah, you are two extraordinary young women. You bring your curiosity, your intellect, your humor, and your delightful presence to our class week after week. You sometimes struggle with the material. You sometimes challenge the material. You ask questions and share your thoughts and ideas. You bring a depth to the table and discussion that is so appreciated and valued. The Torah portion that you just chanted from concludes the book of Leviticus. It's fitting that your confirmation service falls tonight. You see, there's a tradition that young Jewish students begin their formal learning by studying the book of Leviticus, of all books, trying to absorb from a very young age the laws and precepts that fill this book. As your formal Torah school learning concludes tonight, it seems perfect that you read the last verses from the book of Leviticus. A few moments ago, we declared the words chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Be strong, and let us be strengthened. Alyssa and Leah, you demonstrate intellectual, physical, and emotional strength. You strengthen us, and hopefully we will strengthen you. Declaring chazak is a way of saying more power to you and more power to us. As you conclude this stage of your formal Torah school learning, and as you figure out the appropriate Jewish path to follow in the years ahead, I hope and pray that you will use your strength to mine Torah and all of Jewish tradition and continue to discover its wisdom, beauty, and power, which can bring great meaning to our lives. I hope and pray that you will use your strength to build and sustain communities rooted in the prophetic call of our people to care for the needy, the lonely, the disenfranchised, the outsider, and help them find a place among us. So important in this fractured world in which we live today. I hope and pray that you use your strength to perpetuate the best of what our people and our tradition have to offer the world, and to bring those gifts to others as you share the beauty of Judaism with those whom you encounter along the path. Leah and Alyssa, I'm not sure what the future holds for you. I'm not sure you are either. However, what I do know is that your futures are very, very bright, whatever you grasp onto in the years ahead. I hope and pray that the lessons, values, stories, and experiences you've absorbed throughout your formal Torah school studies will remain with you and will guide you throughout life's journey. I know your actions will be in alignment with our values, know that today is not an endpoint, but simply a marker on a long road of Jewish life and living. May all your experiences sustain you as you go forth to greatness, and may you always recognize the holiness that lives within each one of you. Amen.
Alyssa and Leah. So, do you remember what I said to you the very first day of 8th grade? I bet you don't. But I remember, because I don't forget these things. I said to you that I hope that by the end of your studies, that Judaism will not necessarily be the end-all and be-all of every decision that you make, but that it will have a vote in every decision that you make. The two women that I see sitting here in front of me today are women of such integrity, of deep questions, and most of all, women who understand how Judaism has a vote in their lives. Not every decision that you make in your life is going to be because you're Jewish. But everything that you do in your life will be done by a Jew. And that's what makes it special. I remember when we were writing our letters to God. Oh yeah, exactly. And I remember that, Leah, you wanted another 3 hours. And I remember that, Alyssa, you needed to make it meticulously perfect because this letter was going to God. And then I told you to turn over your papers and write the return letter. To which Leah responded with something like, "Oh, no, you didn't, Cantor." And Alyssa, you looked at me like, how can I possibly know? I might be running into a problem here. I might have to sing your song from over there in a minute. Oh, no, maybe not. But ultimately, both of you came out of the exercise understanding that those answers to your questions for God are always there. That those answers are deep within you, that voice of God sings out to you and speaks to you and tells you the way to go. Sometimes it might even slap you upside the head and say, "What were you thinking?" But ultimately, you take God with you everywhere that you go. You take that inner voice. I hope that you continue to ask so many questions. Because, every single day when we pray, we start off by saying, Baruch Hu et Adonai hamvorach leolam va'ed. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, forever and ever. And if you ever say that without wondering how it is that you are blessing God, and how it is that your life and your questions make God joyous, then you're missing out. Because the one thing that I know about the Holy One of Being is I know how much joy you two give to the One. So keep asking those questions. Keep finding the answers. And take this blessing that I offer you today. There's a hole in the universe from which nothing escapes. Things fall through to the other side, come out in different shapes. Who made the earth and sky? What makes the planets spin? Where did they come from? How did it all begin? The stars in the sky send out a flare as they burn into ash. Their light bears a message of yesterday's news. All things must pass. Who is beyond all time? Where is the end of space? What lives forever? Why is it all in place? So many questions and so little time to answer. Blessed are you, Adonai. How can we know you? Where can we find you? You are so close and yet so far away. A tiny egg, a little seed, life begins with a breath. For 6 long days, and work is good, and on the 7th there's rest. Who is the source of life? What makes the seasons flow? Where do we come from? When will we ever know? Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Va'ed. Keep asking the questions and always know that you hold the answer. Mazal Tov.
On our bima tonight, we have several important people who contribute so much to the life of our congregation. Our co-president, Eric Imley, and our other co-president, Gail Swartz, sends her regrets. Her nephew, Stefan, is graduated from ASU this afternoon, and Stefan was actually on this bima, seems like many, many years ago, wasn't it? Indeed, indeed. Of course, we have Debbie Rowe, our Director of Education and Programs. Representing our sisterhood, our president, Carol Leventhal, and representing our Board of Education tonight is Ray Murphy. They're about to come and help present some gifts and certificates to our confirmands. A certificate from our Board of Directors, a Hebrew Bible, a Tanakh from Sisterhood, and an important book from the Board of Education called I Am Jewish, Reflections on Jewish Identity in memory of Daniel Pearl. So when you said, Leah, I said, I am Jewish, you just kind of, we have a book with that name right there. So I'd like to invite Eric and Debbie and Carol and Ray to come on over. Carol, do you want to say a couple words? Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, come on up. please.
So the women of sisterhood are very proud of the two of you. You have made a commitment and you've kept the commitment. And that wasn't so easy. Giving up your Sunday afternoon, a big deal, on top of all of your schoolwork and all of your other activities. So we're very proud of you. We have certificates for each of you. And of course, the other gifts from sisterhood, as Rabbi mentioned. So thank you very much.
The other thing I want to mention as well is that these beautiful certificates of confirmation, we used to do it the old-fashioned way and just kind of order them from the URJ. Then we decided to do them in-house and get one of our very talented artists, Alyssa Wagner, who created this certificate of confirmation that incorporates not only the idea of an Eitz Chaim, a tree of life, but also some of the architecture and windows in our sanctuary. So you can take a look at it close afterwards. But thank you, Alyssa, for creating a great certificate for us. So I'd like to invite up and affirm as confirmand Leah Hannah. And affirming her place in the Jewish community as well as a confirmand, Alyssa Luce. Stand up for a second. Let's just give Alyssa and Leah a round of applause. For the so proud of you. Oh, April 6th. That's not the right one. I'd like to invite Eric Imley to share a few announcements on behalf of our board of directors.
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're welcome, Eric.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
It's my pleasure to welcome everybody tonight on this wonderful confirmation evening, representing the board of directors. I'm Eric Imley, the co-president. First of all, Leah, Hannah, and Alyssa. Sorry. I just wanted to say congratulations to you both on becoming confirmands. You did a great job. And thanks to our 9th grade class. I'm looking at 9th graders out here. That's fantastic. And 8th graders and 7th graders. That's fantastic. Well, thank you. And a special thanks to the Brooks family. Bill, I guess you're representing the Brooks family at this exact moment. Thank you. The Sister Gift Shop will only be open for 10 minutes after I'm done talking. So go quickly. No, after I say shalom, I'm kidding. I know, after I say shalom, it was a joke. All right. We have a lot of great activities coming up. Tomorrow morning is a special Leilid Shabbat at 9:30. We will have a memorial service for our beloved Babette Newberger in the Taos room. For any questions, see Rabbi Briskin after the service. Also, there'll be a Shavuot celebration of the festival of Shavuot on Saturday evening, May 19th, at Congregation Ner Tamid at 6:30 for a brief Yitzker of remembrance, followed by 7 p.m. Learning session with Rabbi Chuck and Rabbi Schuldenfrei. All are welcome to attend this evening. Well,
she didn't put it on, did she?
Congratulations.
Hey, anytime.
Is anybody else teaching at that? All right, I apologize. Cantor Davidson and Cantor Goldman. I'll look up the hill to her. Okay, so they'll all be there. And finally, please get your reservations in now for our farewell celebration in honor of Rabbi Briskin and Debbie Rowe, the Director of Education. Okay, it will take place on Saturday evening, June 2nd, here at TBE. There are flyers located by the front door for you to pick up. Please make your payment to Shoni in the finance office. She'd like it done relatively quickly. That's what the note says, so do it quickly. And also, tribute books are due by May 15th if you want to put something in the tribute book. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.
Shabbat Shalom.
Just after we conclude with the singing of Oseh Shalom, please let the confirmands and us exit the bima. We will greet you in Al Manuel Hall immediately thereafter, where you can wish them Mazel Tov yourselves at that point. Our concluding prayers begin on page 586 with Aleinu. Please stand if you are able.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. I share this poem and reflection called With Every Death, written by my colleague, Rabbi Melinda Pankin, in memory of her brother, Rabbi Aaron Pankin, of blessed memory, who died in a plane crash earlier this week. With every death, we become someone new, defined and changed by loss and absence. Once married, once a parent, once a sibling, once a child, once a friend, now single, now childless, now only, now orphaned, now friendless. Remade permanently by illness or accident over the course of years or months or even seconds, left with grief and the horrible realization that we are now forced to become someone new against our wishes, without those we love. They die, and we are left the sacred challenge of being born. If you are remembering someone tonight, either in the period of Shiva, Shloshim, or Yortzeit, when I recite that person's name, please stand and remain standing until all the names have been shared. Then together we will stand as one community to recite Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish, on page 598. We're observing the first 7 days of mourning for Rabbi Aaron Pankin. And we continue to observe Shloshim, the first 30 days of remembrance, for Marilyn Ortner, Marilyn Cohen, David Dara, and Babette Newberger. And we remember those who died at this season in years past, whose Yortzeit fell during the week, and whom we remember by name tonight. Bertram John Allenstein, Carol Betty Ash, Alice Asiag, Marvin Belzer, Leonardo Balcobos, Stanley Britz, Serafino Carpio Sr., Alfred Cohn, Mendel Crane, Orlena Crawford, Sheila Epperhart, Irene Feingold, Vicki Fell, Melvin Furman, Rose Gross, Thelma Wittenstein-Handelman, Joseph Herman, Julian Kaiser, Sylvia Caston, Edith Leventhal, Benjamin Lubert, Stanley Mayer, Molly Mell, Hinda Schwartz, Abraham Siegel, Richard Shafton, Joe Stein, Gail Wildman, Manuel Yarchever, and Larry Zamos. If you are remembering someone this Shabbat and I neglected to share the name, please stand and share the name aloud. Barbara? Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing. Please stand if you are able as we join together on page 598.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבך, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקדושה בריחו, אלא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, תאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלום רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן.
The one who creates harmony on high, bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say amen.
Amen.
You see to ream down and reach out to one another. Conclude with Oseh Shalom.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום. And thank you to Camp Stephen Richards for the wonderful government time. Mwah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I can share. It's a big Amud.
Oh. So of course my
Thank you, Adam.
Should I take them?
Did you really? Wow.
That's a good thing.